Hello and welcome back to SEO That Works by bestseoonline.com. My name is Harry Warwick and we're going to be talking today about understanding Google's why. Basically understanding why Google does the things the way that they do. Because if we better understand Google, then as we apply these principles in the SEO roadmap, it'll all make more sense to you. It'll make all of the efforts that you do implementing your SEO strategy so much easier because you'll just get it. It'll click and it'll make sense to you. So today, instead of going through the roadmap, which we're going to come back to in future videos, today on January 1st of 2021, I wanted to talk to you about Google's why, understanding Google, what they do, and how it works. So here we see just a screenshot of Google itself, and this is in another browser, but we're going to look at it in real time in the Chrome browser. And here you can see I'm in incognito, and I've looked up Heavenly Ski Resort, which is in California. And I did this kind of on my first recording for you, but I want to show you on this final unedited version what a traditional website search result looks like, because you get several types of results these days. You get your web search result that provides you with a website, particularly for a business or a location. And then you get the Google Map Pack and you get video results. Those are the three most frequent. There are many other types that you can get in results, but those are the most frequent that you see online. So I just looked up Heavenly Ski Resort. Since it's a well-established resort and business, their site comes up first in the search results. And then below that, you see the Map Pack results. And the Map Pack here that is powered by Google My Business listings is showing you places to stay. Because once you've found the resort, one of the next natural things for people to be interested in is, if I'm going there, where am I going to stay? So that's why they're providing that in the Map Pack results. Then you've got frequently asked questions, which is another way that you'll see results. But they're also linked to various web pages that provide answers to common questions related to the search query or the keywords that you're using in your search. So these are the most frequently asked questions about Heavenly Ski Resort that people ask, and the results are showing up provided by various websites and online sources. So it's also beneficial, of course, to answer those common questions, provide the best answer, and then get your website ranked in the FAQ. But going down, you can see that there's also national travel sites like TripAdvisor. You can see their Facebook page. Then you get into the video content. But even though I'm logged into incognito, so it doesn't show my location, Google can still pick up my general location by my IP address. Even if I'm not sharing locations, they know where I'm accessing the internet from as far as the general area. So if I type in a search that will give me a local result like pizza, then I'll see that the first results are ad results, but then it's the Map Pack. And often in the Map Pack, you'll see these ad results at the top of the page before the Map Pack, but then often you'll see, even within the Map Pack, additional ad results. So if I click on the Map Pack and go into the additional view, the larger view, I see 2 ads right at the top. But the 3-pack that SEO people are always talking about are these first 3 unpaid results that come up in the map pack based upon a number of factors. One of those factors is your distance to the location. So if you're in any type of service business, or you offer a product that can be picked up or purchased locally, then you want to make sure that you're optimizing your Google My Business listing and you're showing up in the map pack, and that you're doing what you need to do to get in these top 3 positions, and preferably the number 1 position, because it's going to get the most traffic. For most keywords, when you're in the map pack result, and that's the first thing that comes up other than ads, as much as 33% of all the traffic to the first page comes to this first listing. So being in that kind of catbird seat is where you want to be. 20% comes to the second listing, and 10 or more comes to the third listing. And then when you go down to farther listings in the area and down the list, a little less and less traffic, just as you would if you're ranking a website like we were looking at with Heavenly. Go back to that. Then you'll see less and less traffic would go to these additional links farther down the page, below the FAQ, below the map pack, and even below some of the video content. When we're looking at other keywords locally, like say I'm looking for a barber, the map pack results are going to come up first. If I'm looking for how to fix my dryer, then we're typically going to see something like this, which is a video result first, then the FAQ, or maybe several video results, and then you'll see some websites, and then at some point you'll also see related items for sale, often for most searches. So those are the 3 most common things that you'll see: a video result, a map pack result, or your actual website that'll come up in the search results, depending on the type of keyword in the niche that your customer is looking for. But to understand Google, you have to understand Google's why. Their primary job, their primary mission is to provide the most accurate results when somebody types in any keyword or keyword phrase. When we talk about keywords, I'm typically talking about 1 or 2 words that are used together. If it's 3 or more, I refer to that in the SEO world as a long tail keyword. So if we were looking at barber again, but change that to barber shop near me, that would be a long tail keyword. More specific, more targeted, 3 words or more. And it can be much larger as far as the keyword itself. Barbershop, located in Virginia Beach. And then you can see the results are changed by the search query, but it's still providing the map pack results since it's looking for a product or service locally by your keyword. Remember, Google's whole mission, their whole intent, is to provide you, as the user of their search engine, the absolute best result for what you're looking for. And in order to do that, Google uses a number of different methods and tools, all built into software that's called an algorithm that looks at your website and all of the signals that you put out online to evaluate how good a web page or a website is as far as its online authority or relation to a certain niche or a certain keyword phrase. So when you want to rank any website on page 1 of Google, your primary job is to send all the signals that you can to Google for them to be able to find your website. You want to help them. You want to spoon feed them all of the information, the way that they like to read it, the way they like to see it, so that they'll look at your website and consider ranking it for the particular keyword. Then as visitors come to your site and interact with your content, if they like what they see, you'll start to rank better and better for that keyword over time based upon the human interactions with the content. So gone are the days where, say 10 years ago, you could just throw up a web page, put in your keyword a bunch of times, and then you would see that page rank. Because often if you do that, you're doing what's called keyword stuffing. You're just kind of not adding any value. You're just putting that keyword in the page a bunch of times. It's not relevant, and you're not providing information that people are interested in when they actually click on the link. So a couple things happen. When they get to your website, they're like, I don't like this. This isn't helpful. And they leave the website. The faster that they do that, the more that damages your online authority or your social authority for your website for that particular keyword, phrase, and niche. And if it happens a lot because you're using the wrong methods to send Google those signals, then they're going to delist your site because it's not providing a good customer experience to their customers, who are the ones using the search engine to find what they want. So it makes sense that you want to provide Google all the right signals, and you want to provide a really good customer experience for someone who's looking for what you offer online. The way that you do that is you do keyword research, so you know the phrases that your potential customers are using to try to find businesses like yours that offer the products or services that you do. And then once you've done that, you build out your pages and your content, keeping that ideal customer type in mind and sharing as much information as you can of value to them and answering related questions. So just like we saw the FAQ come up for different keywords when we were looking back at, I think it was Heavenly Ski Resort here, we've got these FAQ questions that come up. You can answer all of these questions and more all on one web page or on a web page, and then also provide video that explains the answers to the questions that people are actually looking for online. Make sure that your web page and your website shares that information, provides a lot of value, and over time, if you're doing everything else right, Google will start to list your website better and better. There's many different pieces. That's why in this overall training that I'm providing for free, I'm going to walk you through the whole SEO roadmap. So we're kind of we're in the understanding Google portion right now, but it relates to market research. But once you've done that keyword research, we help you identify your niche, really where you fit within the marketplace and which specific niche you want to focus on first. Because for most businesses, the biggest mistake that they make is casting too wide of a net. They say, well, we can provide this service and all of these people are probably going to be interested in this service. And they think about the largest possible group of potential customers. But when you do that, instead of helping your business, that hurts your business because you're not being specific enough about who your ideal customer is, what their wants and their needs are. So you want to look at one niche at a time, and you want to focus in like a laser on your ideal customer, the very best customer type for that product or service that you could possibly have, and what their wants and their needs are, what their questions are they're going to be typing into Google. And when you do that, and then you do a great job with your content, you follow through the rest of the steps in the SEO roadmap here with SEO that works, you will get first page rankings, and first page rankings on Google translate into traffic, which you can then turn into dollars. And when you do this right, you can save thousands and thousands a month on advertising that you would have to spend through Google AdWords or other online social media platforms that you would advertise on, or other websites. and instead spend your efforts on putting out high quality content that your potential customers are going to love, they're going to enjoy, and they're going to value. And when you do that and let Google know that it's there by following all of these steps, you're going to get tremendous results in 2021 and beyond. And when you understand Google's why they're doing what they're doing and why they do things the way that they do, you'll be much more successful, not just in 2021, but going forward. If you build everything of value around really good content that provides quality information and answers the questions of your potential customers, then that's something that will always rank with Google. Some of the signals that they look at over time may change a little. Some of the metrics and numbers that they're looking at on your website might change. But as far as your customer interactions and the value that your visitors find on your website when they come, that shouldn't change. Yes, you can update it and you can improve it all the time. Typically, if I've got a customer's website that's on, say, page 2 or 3 of the Google results, I'll look at the page that's then ranking on page 2 or 3 and say, okay, what can I do to improve this result? How can I provide a better answer? Can I provide more clarity? Can I answer more questions that the ideal customer type for this product or service has? And when you do that, and you do the other steps well, you'll have a website that's ranking on the first page of Google for that particular keyword or keyword phrase. So just keep that in mind, that Google's primary goal here is always to help the person that's using their search engine find what they're looking for. And you have to communicate to Google the way that their software looks at your website and your overall online presence, that you're an authority website within your niche. You've got the products or services that people are looking for. You have the answers that they're looking for, and you provide those in a way that people enjoy and they're able to consume. So this has been kind of understanding Google, understanding their why. I want to kind of keep it as short as this is so far, but it's a huge topic. We could spend hours talking about it. We could go through the 200 plus things that Google looks at. We'll probably do some of that in a future video, like maybe look at the top 20 factors that they look at on a website. But right now, I just wanted you to think about Google and how they operate and why they're doing what they're doing, because I think if you understand that, and then you start to work your way through this system, it's going to have more value for you. It's going to make more sense, and it's going to click, especially as you start writing good SEO copywritten articles and content for your website. It's going to click, and you're going to start to understand why you're doing the things that you're doing and how it's going to help you send the right signals to Google and communicate effectively with your ideal customer when they finally visit your site. All right, well, thank you so much for your time. I look forward to continuing this series for you. The goal here is to give you everything that you need to be able to rank your own website on page 1 of Google, Bing, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo, all the other search engines, but primarily Google, because as much as 90% of all the traffic online comes through Google. So you want to make sure that you're ranking well in Google and that you're doing everything right. And that's what this video series is about. For anyone that doesn't have the time to learn this and learn all these methods and put them in place in your own website, I understand. It's hard to do, especially while you're running a business, but that's why professionals like my company, bestseoonline.com, is here to help if you do need help. But if you're just getting started or you're starting a business and you're trying to do this all from home during this, second round of COVID, hang in there. You can do it. You can learn these skills and learn how to rank any website that you want and get it on the first page of Google. It just takes time, effort, and a little bit of knowledge and some, as they call, sweat equity to make it happen. But have a great 2021 and Happy New Year to everybody. And we'll see you in the next video.